I'm introducing Pratap from Schneider Electric to talk with me in a fireside chat to get an overall view of progress and AI applications that enable and accelerate the renewable energy transition, including development, installation, and usage for energy security to mitigate climate change, reduce local pollution, and enhance livability in cities. So I'd like everyone to welcome Pratap from Schneider Electric. Schneider Electric is leading the digital transformation of energy management and automation in homes, buildings, data centers, infrastructure, and industries. With global presence in over 100 countries, Schneider is the undisputable leader in power management. This includes medium voltage, low voltage, and secure power, and in automation systems. They provide integrated efficiency solutions combining energy, automation, and software. So, Pratap, I'd like you to give us an overview of what cities Schneider Electric has installed innovative solutions into.
Thank you for inviting me for this important discussion. So we have a number of cities we work actually in 100 plus countries. So for example, in Europe, we have something in France, Grenoble City, and we also have something in Sweden, which is Norfolk. And we also have in Asia, like Singapore, and also in India, which is a Naya Raipur city. And we also have in US and in Canada. In US, we have Maryland, and also in California. And in Canada, many cities.
So let's talk about some of these case studies. What are the main solutions Schneider Electric offers to enhance urban energy systems and accelerate the clean transition to renewables?
Yeah, so let's take example of Grenoble, France. So where we have done extremely reducing the energy consumption. So we have combined 4 buildings. We have introduced the solar, wind, as well as energy storage, and also energy management system to combine and reduce energy consumption, at the same time reduce emissions. So how we have done this? We are able to monitor, we are able to manage, and we are now at 37 kWh, kilowatt hour, per meter square per year, whereas most of the Europe buildings today are around 330 kWh, which is almost 10 times less. So this is where we have used AI to actually understand and predict, and also use the AI for energy consumption. And also we are trying to see how we can actually think of not only doing today, and also in future.
That's a great example of how AI is accelerating the renewable energy transition. And I think you also have a case study example in Asia as well that you'd like to talk about.
Yeah, so this is actually called Naya Raipur, which is we have worked with local energy people, where we created control command center, where we bring the governance of the city, where we bring the security of the city. We actually have number of sensors. We reduce the wastage, and we actually bring the water giving the sensors. We want to reduce the leakage of the water. So all these things are part of the one city command center, because we bring the data, we analyze the data, we use the AI for analyzing the data.
Right, and data centers are becoming important everywhere around the world. And you have another example in the US of some work that Schneider Electric has succeeded in.
Yeah, so Maryland is the place where they approached us because they have number of weather events, which is actually making them a lot of issues with the operation of the buses. At the same time, they want to reduce emissions for their city. And when our thinking about this, then we proposed electrification of the buses. We want to electrify the transport, and we proposed that. And then what happened is we could reduce around 62% emissions by 2035.
Wow.
So this is the fantastic example where we have used AI for energy management, and we also used all the distributed energy resources as part of the solution. And then we were able to also reduce 155,000 tons of CO2.
These are amazing stories of success applying AI to accelerate the renewable energy transition and clean up our environment, addressing climate change. And going back to the buses, we see buses running around, electric buses in Toronto as well. And this is a trend across many cities, according to Pratap. So another very leading edge solution that Schneider Electric has come up with is a new SF6-free solution. So sulfur hexafluoride is used in distribution equipment across electrical distribution systems. And unfortunately, it's also a concerning greenhouse gas that does become emitted, even though it's contained within the equipment, it does leak. And I have statistics that say about 9,000 tons of SF6 emitted in 2018, and this equates to greenhouse gas emissions of 44 million passenger vehicles driven in a year, or 103 million tons of coal being burned. So Pratap is going to talk about this innovative and advanced solution that Schneider Electric also offers.
Excellent, excellent. So this is the new technology which we invented. It's really looking for air insulation compared to SF6, because we have seen the SF6 effects on CO2, effects on actually our environment. So this technology has come, and we are very proud to introduce this wherever they want to reduce the CO2 emissions. And also, we are thinking about the future, how we can actually bring this technology more and more, where we can use in medium voltage, so that everywhere we want to actually almost eliminate the use of SF6.
Right. And you've already spoken about AI and how it facilitates solutions. I just want to emphasize that a little bit more and ask you for more examples of how AI is facilitating Schneider Electric solutions.
Yeah, so when it comes to AI, we see actually three things. One is we want to make it greener, we want to make it smarter, and we want to also make it resilient, because we want to make sure that we have operation 24/7, 365 days without interruption. So urban livability, by implementing energy efficiency and reducing emissions, we help to make the cities healthier and more livable. So that is one thing which we can actually get the data, analyze the data. And also predictive maintenance. When you think of the predictive maintenance, AI actually spot the issues before the problem. So which means we can help the infrastructure running smoothly and also reducing downtime. And we are big on climate resiliency. And climate resiliency means how we can actually identify the risk. And also raising our solutions to help cities prepare and recover from extreme weather events. That's how actually we use AI.
This is such a great description of how climate solutions actually help companies make money, right? So you're saving companies a lot of money, you're improving their solutions, also to produce and offer higher quality products and services. As a last question, I'd like to ask you, how do you see AI changing our energy systems in the future? What exciting improvements and solutions is Schneider Electric and its industry working on that we can expect to see implemented in the near or midterm?
Excellent, excellent. So this is where I think now we are talking about the future. So really, this is where I think we have a saying in Schneider Electric: AI for energy, energy for AI. What it means? So what it means is basically AI will increase the energy demand because the more and more data centers comes into picture, we need more energy. The way in which what we see, Canada alone, they are talking about 10 gigawatts by 2030. So which is a huge number. But when you think of the AI, it delivers a lot of good things. So first, it actually does the smart forecasting. So AI predicts energy demand, weather impacts, helping the cities use energy more efficiently. And also it does the automate the operations. So from smart buildings to microgrids, AI enables systems to run themselves, saving energy and improve reliability. And also resilient infrastructure. So what it does is, it detects the faults early and helps cities bounce back faster from disruption. And also clean energy adoption. So what it means is, it actually understands the barriers using renewables by sort of balancing supply and demand in the real time. That is where you can see the efficiency bring back to the system. So in closing, what I want to say is, we have two vectors. One is digitize, the other one is electrify. So if you think of these two, both needs AI. So AI is actually driving the urban sustainability as well as resiliency, optimizing energy use in buildings through smart AV and thermal modeling. And also AI is actually giving a lot of forecasting, automation. So this is where I think we can do much more with the intelligence, with the data, and also with having some sort of reducing the wastage.
Absolutely, and these are urgent issues as, for example, China and India compete for data centers because AI requires so much energy. And Canada has an opportunity to compete also with the help of companies like Schneider Electric. Brazil is a country with about 90% renewable energy, and they plan to compete for data centers on the basis of clean energy, because a lot of big tech companies actually want their data centers to run on green energy. So what Schneider Electric is doing is actually critical for future industry as we move forward and apply AI, Internet of Things, big data, and other types of high-tech solutions, such as blockchain, for example, more and more into all of our industries. I'd like to thank Pratap very much today for this fireside chat and for informing us on so many important solutions that are revolutionizing our industries today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.